Reference Materials by Sparkly Barkley. Part 1, Dictionary, Encyclopedia, and Thesaurus. There are lots of reference materials out there to help you find information, like the dictionary, encyclopedia, atlas, thesaurus, and almanac. Today we're going to talk about dictionaries, encyclopedias, and thesaurus. The first one we're going to talk about is the dictionary. The main point of the dictionary is to find a definition or the meaning of a word. It also tells you the parts of speech, pronunciation or how to pronounce the words. They have guide words and they're in alphabetical order. Here's an example of the definition for the word share. It shows you the word, it tells you the part of speech, which is a verb, it gives you definitions and example sentences, and there's even guide words at the top of the page. The guide words tell you the first and last words on that page. The next reference material we're going to learn about is the encyclopedia. The encyclopedia has the most important facts about different topics. They come in what we call articles. They use headings and subheadings, charts, diagrams, pictures, captions, and labels, and they can be general or specific, and they are also in alphabetical order. Here's an example of an encyclopedia article on sharks. Notice that it has a heading at the top of the article. Throughout the article, it uses subheadings to break it down into smaller chunks. They use diagrams, charts, labels, pictures, and even captions to tell you what they're about. Encyclopedias can be general or specific. General encyclopedias cover a whole bunch of different topics. It can cover anything from animals to people to places, wars, pretty much whatever you can think of. Whereas a specific encyclopedia covers one particular topic. That could be science, like the example here, or it could be sports. It could be animals. It could be about famous people like presidents, or even plants. But whatever that topic is the only type of information you will find in that encyclopedia. The next type of reference material we're going to learn about, and the last one, is the thesaurus. A thesaurus is mainly used for synonyms. Sometimes they can have antonyms. They also tell you the parts of speech, just like a dictionary, and the definitions. They use guide words, and they're in alphabetical order. Here we have an example entry in a thesaurus. The word we're looking at is nice. It tells you the part of speech, it gives you the definition, and even gives you example sentences. But it also tells you other words, which are the ones in blue: pleasant, agreeable, good-natured, delightful, and fantastic, that you can use in place of the word nice. They are synonyms for the word nice. Time to review. Today we learned about dictionaries, and their main use is to find definitions. Encyclopedias have articles with important information covering a range of topics. They're really good if you need to know key facts about a subject. The last reference source that we looked at was the thesaurus, and we mainly use that to come up with synonyms or other words in place of commonly used words. Reference Materials by Sparkly Barkley. Part 2, Atlas and Almanacs. In Part 1, we talked about dictionaries, encyclopedias, and thesauruses. Now we're going to go over atlases and almanacs. An atlas is a book of maps. One way you can remember this is by saying, if you want to know where something's at, look in an atlas. Some key features in an atlas are map keys. The map key explains what each symbol of the map means. Another feature is the compass rose. This tells you which direction is north on the map. There are different kinds of maps. One type is a political map. It shows you the political boundaries, such as boundaries for countries, states, or counties. Another type of map is a physical map. It reflects the features of an area, such as mountains, rivers, and lakes. The last type of map we will look at is an economic or resource map. This type of map shows you the main economic activities that occur in an area. This could be ways that people make money, such as farming, tourism, manufacturing, just to name a few. This type of map also shows you the main natural resources that can be found in an area. This could be things like rocks and minerals, petroleum, or what we know as oil or natural gas. So remember, if you want to know where political boundaries are, such as countries or states, or if you want to know the physical features of an area like mountains and rivers, or if you want to know what kinds of economic resources an area is known for, like crops or manufacturing, or what natural resources can be found there like gold or other rocks and minerals, the reference material or source that you need is an atlas. The last reference material we will look at is an almanac. You've probably seen one before, but just didn't know what it was called. Almanacs are printed annually or every year. They are in alphabetical order just like many other reference materials. And they have quick facts, lists, they show graphs and charts, and they can also tell you the rising and setting of the sun and moon, as well as when the tides change in the ocean. Some almanacs that you may know and love to look at already are National Geographic's Kids Almanac and the Guinness Book of World Records. These tell you all kinds of cool facts like the fastest runner or the smallest person, but there are also other almanacs like the Farmer's Almanac, which tells you the weather, sunrise and sunset times, and when the tides will change. So, if you want to know quick facts like the fastest, or the smallest, or tallest, or when the sun rises and sets, or when the best time to plant a crop is, then you need an almanac. To review, an atlas is a book of maps. It shows you where things are at. And an almanac gives you all kinds of quick facts. Thanks for learning.